Anyways, that was
I got logged out of. Okay.
that's.
Yeah.
Alright.
But anyways, let's continue.
Alright, so Darius would like to try to convince a war band of giants, orcs, and whatever is around to go raid merchants that are traveling.
They fucking afraid of you. make a persuasion check.
Persuasion or intimidation, I'm good either way.
I mean, are you trying to intimidate them into working with you, or are you trying to persuade them to work
We'll
with
start with persuasion first.
you? Good. That's perception.
That's okay. My bad. Wrong button.
Starts the P.
Okay. One very particularly curious berserker goes like, "Yeah, they're gonna fucking shit their pants. As soon as they see you, gonna drop their goods and just walk away. Let's get some." And give me a survival check to track something to raid on.
Can I join this?
Sure.
Ty's always up for a scrap, and as long as we're fighting the right targets, he's totally for this.
Okay. So for a couple of days, you skirmish the surrounding area, but unfortunately, it's so far away from any roads that you are unfortunate to not to find any caravans, bypassers.
Hmm.
Mm. The puppies.
The puppies are somewhere around.
No, the ones that are still here.
Oh, yeah, there are some some dogs left over. Let me see.
Oh, if there was, I would spend some time with
Oh
them.
no, they actually escaped. All the doors were opened, and they yeeted themselves out.
Bestiality moxie over here.
What?
You know,
No, I
chased after him.
just like animals. Okay.
Well, you still have
Okay.
you still have your wolves, Moxie.
Well, they're not my wolves, but
Well,
yes,
you know your
my friends, my friends.
friends.
They
Sexual
buried.
partners.
I just like animals as she's rubbing her nipple.
This.
Just a really big fan of those wolves.
God
He's
damn it!
That's why you were trying to mount the bear earlier, wasn't it?
I was
Yeah, that's what I
cuddling.
thought.
They were your exact words as well.
We aren't anywhere near like the roads to Karen Moon or anything like that we could like pick off a few merchants here and there at all.
Well, you rolled a 7 on survival. I mean,
No.
Well, Ty came with him, right?
yeah.
Still 21.
I took the initial role of the organizer of this thing.
Fair enough.
So, you're just unlucky with timing. Seems like it's just not the good time. And sitting in the ambush for a couple of days didn't give any results. By the way, remove a couple of rations from for you, one of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the info for what I found underground, and I'll ask everyone either all together or like whenever I see them if they want to deal with the giant weird fish down there that I think was what gave us the weird visions.
Are you
no,
asking for us
sounds.
to handle the fish?
You could eat it.
I'll come along.
Guys, I can make us all walk on water while we handle him, so we don't have to swim.
I would really appreciate that.
Yes, 10 of us can walk on water. And if you get dragged under, you just pop right back up if you get loose.
And As well, Moxie, have you like since you were working so much with the mushrooms down there, have you found a way to just remove them entirely?
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say fire. But that's
They have the
that's not
spores and everything.
Make a nature check
okay.
on that one.
15.
If you ever heard of dry explosions, fire is not the best way to deal with cluttered amount of spores or flour or anything like dry particles flying in the
How
air.
about the water? I
It's
could do a tidal wave. Just do a tidal wave all the way through the hall, and
will wash some spores away, but the
Like-
air will be still contaminated.
I meant like tidal wave that will cover the entire shit.
Maybe, might work. Right.
Yeah.
Is there any other options you might have? Because if
No.
we leave those there, it might just spread. And
You
I
could
did see
cut-
like a whole bunch of them there.
You can cut them down, but that's really dangerous. Speaking of experience.
Hmm.
Oh! I'm gonna take one of the cures I got and try pouring some on a mushroom and see what happens.
Mushroom seems to be looking more healthy after.
God, well, yeah, healthy like in no spore shit.
No, there are still spores, but they are not greenish, toxic waste type of
Okay.
spore.
Yeah, I would have to. I'm gonna guess take a couple of months making a lot of antidotes and a big crew of people to like spray it out in there and air it out. I'm gonna.
Would
this
that
is
be
my
really worth
guess.
it? Yeah, that's your guess.
That's my guess.
What it would take.
Couple of
Mm.
months will
Well,
take a
that's-
bunch of expeditions and gather that mushroom. That they are the source of the antidote.
Well,
That's
yes,
true.
yeah.
Is this disease like common enough in other places?
No, not really.
Like, what would we know? No. Okay.
Sure, this-
Like, to be honest, like, there's the idea that we can as well infect other places with this disease and start selling the potions to them. After a while,
Maybe.
that's an option. That's a business endeavor. But that would probably take a while to set up.
Can try and poison the wells, you know.
We could poison wealthy families.
This conversation happening in front of me.
Probably.
Yeah, you
Uh,
Like, it's not like a secret conversation. I think we're all mostly morally ambiguous. I might just like try to keep it away from Solansi because she seems like a lawful type.
Weren't you the one that was like, "Oh, I'm not sure about pirates"?
I'm not sure, but you know, I'm not like totally against it either.
That's not a
Like,
pirate move. That's a
I
that's a
look.
business move.
I literally.
No, but it's like I really don't like pirates. They're all terrible people.
Oh,
Should
no,
we
no,
just
no,
go
I-
poison
I-
some families? That'll be fine. Yeah.
no, I didn't mean to sound like that. I didn't mean.
We all
I didn't
have
mean it
our-
that way.
I
You,
just
you-
like,
you
it
still
wasn't
want to
something
sound like a nice guy whilst you're poisoning children.
Oh no,
Like,
no.
You don't want to sound like an asshole. It's just really unfortunate.
I mean,
look over at Moxie and I go, "Can you distill this?
Yes,
Extract it?
yes.
Well, then make it happen.
I've been doing it.
No, not the cure.
Oh,
The poison.
well, yes. I'm guessing that's a possibility.
like if you can make the cure, then he can probably.
Yeah, if I can make the cure, I can probably make the poison.
Well, then,
I'm, I'm
that seems
perfect.
like a prerequisite.
You don't need to
Yeah.
make a poison, you just need to pick a
You
fucking
just-
mushroom.
Yeah,
Mushroom plant it
just-
somewhere and wait a bit.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stick your sword into a mushroom. There you go, poison.
Poison. No, I need it to
Make it stronger. That's
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's the
I
thing.
need it to be safe, and I need it for transport, and I need it to be stronger.
concentrated,
Hey.
basically.
I look at Ty, Should I?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, I'll do that then.
I need about 20 vials.
What are you planning to do, Darren?
I'll take a barrel.
My
I
God.
want, and I want to make what I want to make one flask, just one flask of non-alcoholic drink, like this one, like the liquor, not
Safe,
Okay.
alcoholic
safe
liquor
drink.
for Thai.
Okay. So this endeavor is gonna
want
be more fucking challenging than before because you gathered most of the mushrooms that were cave and nearby the cave, and now you need to delve deeper to gather this
Yes.
shit, and it's gonna be
Okay.
We just need to start farming them.
who.
Yeah, like
on your newly like laid out farmland, you could start farming these.
This is poison damage I take, right? If I fuck up.
No, we are gonna go right now into that cave and try to harvest some mushrooms.
Okay, I was thinking about protection from energy and stuff on myself. If
Okay, who goes to the cave?
I'll go.
I'll go.
This guy.
I want some equipment first though, like anything that like a face mask or whatever that might help against. It won't totally help, but like
can I maybe
to-
make something like that? Is that a possibility at all?
It's
That
a
will, like,
possibility.
filter?
It's a possibility, but you need to gather some mushrooms.
Okay,
I'm sorry, but as far as I'm aware, Solancy is still thinking about killing that fish. So
Yeah, that's also a thing.
I'm not aware about the shroom business.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna try this. I'll take the one vial of antidote, and I'll do one cloth and just dunk the antidote in the cloth and wrap it around my face.
Okay.
Are we back from attempting to raid yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took a couple of months as Moxie was doing all this shit.
Oh shit! So we could do like way more in that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You took your time. You did a couple of weeks of patrolling the nearby roads, but no luck.
Okay,
Came back.
if they took that long a time, I would have enriched a lot of fucking land around here. Because
Well, I think it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
well, it didn't take me that long to make the potion, the antidote and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I believe
That's-
Yeah.
Oh,
You need
okay.
8 hours a day to enrich a piece of land, and you need 8 hours a day to work on what you are trying to achieve. You are not.
60. That's exactly 1 day. Yeah.
Can I get a note in Roll20 to help me organize my inventory, please?
Note.
And yes. Where's the nearest town?
Kyron Moon.
Several days away from you, Iron Moon. There's a small village situated by the Mithril Mines.
Oh, with the mines.
Well, I'll go to both places and gamble. Yeah.
So it's mainly dwarven towns and stuff around here.
Not towns per se. This
Like
area
villages.
is heavily forested. Tribal
Tribal?
small villages around the forest. There is a mine that has a bigger village to it, because it's right now occupied by dwarves that are very, very keen on keeping strangers away from the Mithril.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go mine mithril, but I wouldn't mind lifting some from them if they feel like playing the dice.
Okay, so you're trying to be carousing.
Gambling.
Hell. Okay. So Nimbles, how much are you willing to spend?
I have 10 gold.
10 gold. All right. Roll me a d100.
D100. All right.
Did you put in the 9 gold that I gave you back?
Okay,
Hopefully
8,
that's good.
10. Okay, let's see. So you spend a couple of days going from town to town, visiting tavern after tavern. You get up to 20 gold, go down to 10 gold, and whatnot. And one day, you have a big quarrel with a local goblin female that was gambling with you, and become somewhat, competitors, enemies. And one of these nights, you get a little bit tipsy, drinking from the belt slowly, and you wake up in the bed, turn around, and see her face just like snoring on your chest.
Hmm. Okay.
That is gonna be an ugly child.
I go back to sleep.
Um, Later this day, she wakes up and sneaks away from you.
Look, she didn't take my gold.
Um, Rummaging through your pockets, you have 25 gold on yourself
All right.
from gambling, and eventually you return to the giant's castle, and the party is talking about raiding some mushrooms.
All right.
And possibly the fish.
And
Would I have the idea of the shrooming business after a while if this keeps being brought up?
Man, shrooms can be.
well, they were gathering shrooms for this entire time, making cure of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Moxie. So Moxie, are you the one in charge of the shroom business?
Well, shroom business, yes.
Okay, so I want to make a deal with you. I
Okay.
have no problem with your business endeavors. However, I do want to set up a business between my country and your poison slash medication.
Well,
In case the endeavor ever arrives where we need such a business opportunity,
I will say though that this sickness is not very common in the world.
Exactly, which is why I need a way to connect to you guys in case if it ever arrives.
Sure,
Thinking ahead.
sure.
In
We
case
can make.
some of the spores accidentally make their way up there.
Not even
Uh,
accidentally. Say if we ever need, maybe we would need it for if we're going war against a country.
Biological warfare.
Exactly.
I would say that I will. I can do this in one promise and one promise alone. Do not overprice it.
Why would I?
No, I mean, if I make it, I'm gonna sell it like to standard price, like base price.
No, but what I would like to do is I would like to make a journal entry and send it over to my boss, so that way he knows how to connect to you if he ever needs to make an establishment with your business. That's all I want to do currently.
Sure.
Okay. And I shake your hand, and now we're on good terms with this.
Okay. Yep, sure. I will prepare some spells before the day. Well, take a short rest before we do this and prepare some good spells. I will, before we go down, I will do ritual water breathing on everyone.
How long does that hold?
24 hours.
Yep.
And when we get close to the water, I will do ritual water walk on 10 people.
Okay.
So if you get dragged under, you can still breathe.
Well, now that you mention water breathing, if would it make sense to cover our mouths, our faces, our heads with water if we were to go into the shroom pit? So
No, just do like me. Take some antidote and a cloth. I don't know if it works at all. It's better than nothing.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so are we dealing with the fish first?
Well, no.
Okay.
Because we have to get there, and to get there, we have to go through a shit tons of mushrooms. So why
Well,
not take
not
the
necessarily. No, the mushrooms are in a different area,
Okay, let's vote on it then. Let's just vote on it.
like a different direction.
Let's go kill the
I
fish.
originally wanted.
Yeah, I'm voting for the fish. The
Okay.
mushrooms will be there.
Oh, by the way,
Take the fish then.
Fish
Ty,
sounds interesting.
Ty, train as in how?
I just swing at a fucking tree or something. No idea.
Okay, what you're trying
I-
to do is trying to harness your powers, or trying to understand your divinity, or you're just trying to smack trees.
I can conjure animals for you.
Oh,
Just
I
I
see.
can conjure
Yeah.
animals for you.
Why would you? I'm not gonna.
Fight the animals.
Yeah.
What a nice
basically
druid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're
an
a
interesting
great
dude. Here's
Hey, here, kill these cats.
That's not how conjure animals work. Okay.
You summon face spirits that are
That
spirits
go
of
back
animals.
to their realm when they're dead.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they don't feel pain or anything. It's
Yeah,
just-
that's just a really extreme form of torture. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Note to self: my character is originally from the Fey realm, so don't do that shit while I'm around.
yes.
I didn't know that.
Or what? Kill him.
You summon like a childhood friend of mine or something.
Unfortunate.
Oh, hello, Frank.
alright,
You're
that'll
now
be
a
fine.
squirrel. Oh no, Frank.
Hey, Jimmy.
If you don't like that, have you met Hiru? Like, he's bringing back all sorts of fuckers.
Hey, I mean, sure.
No, right now my character is true neutral, so see what happens.
that won't last.
Nope.
You have no idea.
You want to see true neutral? Look
Yeah,
at him,
no,
dude.
I
He
mean,
doesn't give a fuck.
yeah, just in all fairness, just spending time, I guess, partially sort of meditating as well, just trying to come to terms with everything, trying to understand
Meditating.
what's going on. Well, I use the word, but just thinking and
Okay.
trying to understand what's going on.
Tell me what you try to do. What are you trying to reproduct?
Well, I mean, I'll try and like walk through all the sort of past events, going to the other realm, and looking at all the fighting and the war going on, and try and sort of work over and see if there's any small details that I missed, and also details about the centaur that I may not have like picked up on the first time, and just really spend some time in thinking about what has changed since that point, and like trying to discover.
You're trying to focus on that realm and the things. You find it a little bit, again, finding finally other end. It disturbs you to the core, but the connection to that realm sort of gives you comfort. Like a warm feeling of understanding how that cogwheel spin. I need to make a check.
Okay, 2-6.
Do I witness Ty doing this? Like, are we walking down and he's trying to do this, or is this something?
No, it's something during the downtime, because everyone like tried to do something.
In that case, I'd also like to do something to get proficiency in investigation.
Not gonna happen.
No, it's no.
Not alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to, associate yourself with people that are experts in that area to give you proficiency in that area. Yes.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, proficient, cough, cough.
But
cough,
you're
cough.
like proficiency doesn't mean she's an expert, right?
Oh, expert is probably.
Yeah, it's like
Expertise. Someone expert in that area can train you to be a proficient in that area.
Mm.
But it takes like
oh
a
well.
year.
And it takes
Does
a
it?
while. Not a year, but a couple of months, definitely.
Like 11 months.
about 60 days at least training, and it will cost you about 10 gold pieces per week.
Okay. In that case, can I do something to improve my cooking? No.
Sure.
You can do more
Sure.
cooking.
Do more cooking. You participate in cooking activities during this couple of months and get +1 to whatever result you roll.
All right. That's nice. That's fun.
Old
Okay.
lady helps you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she teaches me how to chop things blind.
Yeah.
So you gain +1 on your cooking utensils, but you lose a finger.
Minus
Moxie can stitch it back together.
probably. So, Ty, as you're sitting like in the open, like
Oh shit.
sort of
Oops.
inhaling the damp air, one day you
God damn
feel
it.
a little bit like crackling going through your whole body. Look at your hands, opening your eyes. They seem to be glowing just slightly.
Hmm.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, was I doing anything
Well,
like just before this that I
Well-
think I've been doing differently? Because if so,
you're meditating, get a result, your hands are glowing.
yeah, just try and carry on and like make it glow more. You know what I mean? Like enjoy what
Trying-
I'm doing.
Trying to focus on it? Okay.
Yeah, that's probably a good way of putting it.
Alright, give me a wisdom check.
Okay. Holy
Oh.
shit. Yeah, I'm rolling real bad.
It's really hard to understand. It's like reaching something that is beyond mortal understanding, and it's like a distant feeling that is so unfamiliar and so alien. Cannot identify it. But during this process, you understand that this is kind of similar to what you had when you had a drink, but without clouds in your mind. You kind of stand up and go, all right, that's something.
Okay, cool. Let's go kill a
DM.
fish.
Yep.
Would I be able to find like a journal or something like a write in the fortress?
Run a journal for what?
I just realized my character doesn't have a journal, and I want to be like investigating the area and writing notes about the place. So.
Do you want a handout? You want to have a handout?
A handout, I guess. I want to make a handout, pretty much, or I want to make notes that I could give to my boss later, pretty much.
Okay. You need to write down something. I'm gonna give you a journal. There you go.
Thank you.
It's in your folder. Save. So if you write something down, be there. Reports. Write down whatever. So eventually on one day, you decide to descend into the cave, which is right now very bare from mushrooms and whatnot. You heard reports from the bat riders that they have scouted the area a little bit more, and they said that there are other creatures dwelling down here, so you need to be careful. Moxie casted water walk on you all.
Water breathing first. Water walk I'll do later because water
Yeah.
walk is 1 hour duration. Water breathing is 24 hour.
Okay, so you go to the river area, right?
Yep.
Somewhere there.
Then I cast water walk. Ritual.
Okay. Okay.
I'd like to ask, is there any way to dispel water walk ourselves, or will
No.
we have to wait it out? Okay.
I think you can choose to go underneath the water even if you have water walk.
Maybe.
Okay. Can we?
Yeah.
I
Alright.
think you can.
It's a
Yeah.
matter of if you are willing to basically undo the spell. It takes
Yeah.
like a moment, and then you go into the water. But if, for example, you jump from somewhere onto the water and don't think about it, and you still have water walk, it's gonna be like fucking concrete. Like,
That does
Okay.
not sound good.
yeah. Our party already had experience into concrete diving.
Yeah, we did.
Damn it.
But is there no way to go under the water while having water walk?
You will
Effect,
dispel. You will dispel the
You'll
effect.
have to dispel it.
Yes.
If, for example, something were to drag us into the water, what would happen?
You would pop
Or, like,
up
try-
if you
try
get
to-
free. If you get free, you get automatically pop up to the surface.
All right. Is that how it goes, Slava?
Yes, it says in the spell.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'll. It says in the chat.
There we go.
That could be real bad depending on how far you get pulled underwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
60 feet per round. Well, no, it's not that bad. Eh.
Or, like, would it cause like some resistance in being pulled?
Is there diver's
know?
sickness in this game?
You're basically sort of like sliding on the water, but not as fast as if you would be submerged and washed away by the current.
All right. Like, just in case something happens. Like to know what's available.
If you get pulled under, don't spell it on yourself. That would be bad.
So yeah, guys, move yourselves.
I'll lead them towards it. To the area. Oh, Gunther's coming too. Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
This area also has some
Skelly boy.
mushrooms. This area has some
That's
mushrooms.
like the big stack of mushrooms that we haven't gone through yet, right?
Yeah, we'll go there later for the poison harvesting.
What kind of poison is it, by the way? I haven't encountered
It's
it.
fucking terrible. You
It makes your bones hollow and create pustulas in your bones, and then they hollow out and pop. Hell, it's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, did I explore this area before also?
Nope.
Okay,
All right, so
I'll keep that in mind later.
as you approach this area, here in your minds, ooh, guests are coming.
Hi.
See a weird creature pop from under the water. Has 3 large eyes on top of its head, sort of blinking one by one. Turn around, look at you, and be like, tilts its head and goes, I never saw anyone. I only talked to them. And now you come to my abode, my little prison. What do you wish of me?
Are you a genie?
No, I'm not a genie.
Oh,
What are you?
I am many things, but not a genie.
Well, what are... Can you tell us one of those many things?
I am an heir of all my ancestors. I carry the minds of those who were before me. But I'm very young and unexperienced yet. I am trying to establish identity.
Are you
What?
useful in any way?
Useful.
Well, I gotta think of my wish.
God damn it.
How about a flying ship?
You never got those pigeons.
Let's see. What exactly are you doing here? Like in this cave? What are your plans for this cave, this area? Are
I
you the
was
reason why?
born here,
Yeah?
and I cannot go away.
Hmm.
I cannot grow either. Not enough.
Oh,
What do you eat?
Other creatures. Fish.
All other creatures.
why don't you just like dig a hole out of here?
It sort of like peers out and it doesn't have any, digging appendages. It's just bunch of tentacles.
Okay, I'll hand him a shovel.
You steal mine. I still have my shovel. You just take mine.
This should help.
You see an aboleth with 2 shovels, very confused. I am not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with these.
Can
Help
you
me
hold them?
dig it out.
It looks around, drops the shovels, and they kind of sink to the bottom. Right.
Ah,
Do you have any ideas about getting out of here? Like, do you have plans, or are you just swimming
yeah,
around in a little
maybe
pool?
we could even help you out.
Let's hope the aboleth.
He's just talking fish so far.
Like he's stuck here,
Yes.
and like if he grows any bigger here, he might start causing problems. Like let it be someone else's problem,
Structural problem.
and maybe we can gain
Also,
favor. You know,
As
gain a
pirates,
favor from him.
it might be good to have an undersea aboleth friend that never
Yeah,
forgets
right.
that we were its friend.
The is there like any way that I can message you privately, add a character or no?
Slash W, and
Okay.
then to DM or End of All Hope.
It's GM.
DM, yes.
Just type
Uh,
and it will pop up.
Darius will walk forward to the front of the line.
I'll keep an eye on Darius. I don't trust him.
As you stand on
Walking.
water, it's a little bit unsettling. You feel like someone is rummaging through your brains, all of you.
Hmm.
That tickles.
What are you trying to do?
No.
How about this creature? We actually have a predicament that you might actually be very helpful for. If you help us, we would be more than willing to help you. We need our boats back, though.
It looks over, swims a little bit closer, and looks at Darius and says, "Oh, you desire so much. It is a little bit disconcerting." And looks at Elise, says, "You desire not, and it's a pity that you are vicious." It looks at Nimbles, says, "Really? A sandwich?"
Sandwich.
Looks at Ty and goes, "Why? Change. I'm not." Definite. So
Aren't
what
you a
do you
half-orc,
want
Ty?
from?
Well,
Yeah, I'm half orc.
I mean, how many
I
creatures
don't,
has
I don't
this
see what's
fish
so strange
seen
about that.
in the first place?
Anyway, Aboleth, buddy, you have a name?
I carry
Oh wait,
all
no, I
the,
don't know what he's an Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he is.
carry all the yet myself. I have hired.
Would you like one?
How about you?
All right, all right, Nimbles.
Yeah,
Give him a name.
Junior.
Junior. That's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah,
That's
pretty good.
that's a pretty good name. I like.
That's actually pretty good.
That's surprising.
How does that sound? How does that sound, buddy?
He likes it.
Just the tag of Junior on it.
Is he wagging his tentacles in joy?
It sort of wiggles in the water.
Did it grow in size?
Really shouldn't like name your victims before you kill them, but sure.
Well, we might
Fair
not
enough,
have
but
to kill him. He might
We
be
don't-
able
we
to
don't
help
know what-
us.
He could be useful.
Okay, I have to ask: can they make any check to know what the fuck this is? Yeah.
Roll me a history check.
Oh shit!
Can I make a check? I mean, coming from a sailing background, I feel like
Yeah, especially
any
the
sort
sailor.
any sort of water creatures we probably have stories about.
Yeah,
Out
sure.
of character, I think I know what this thing is. In character, I have no clue, so I'm not even gonna do the check.
I know what it is, but
Yeah, like
Moxie
it
doesn't.
was literally called an aboleth.
Moxie,
dice says-
you know that
Yeah.
most aboleths are very vile and dangerous, and as soon as you get into water, you're done. But luckily, you're standing on the surface, and it doesn't really do anything.
because me as a person player, I know a lot about them. But does Moxie know about the things around him? Like the
What do you mean?
Take that history check.
like. I did. I critted.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, around him? What do you mean?
Like if you get close to him, you have to do. I know you have to do like some kind of save or something.
You
but-
know about him only that you shouldn't get into water
Okay.
around it, because there was problems even with Nimbles.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I take another step forward towards it. You didn't answer my question, though.
What's the question again?
Whether or not if we let the creature free, if it would help us free it.
Oh, make a persuasion check real quick. Hi, you heard legends about aboleths. You know that many sailors fell due to these creatures being a little bit manipulative and trying to enslave their minds and turn them into sahwagin and whatnot, other
Oh,
air creatures.
shit.
Perfect defense.
All right. It hums like a distant echo comes over the cave. Goes, I will consider your offer. But how you gonna let me?
We know how to use shovels.
Give him the ring of reduce.
Wait, didn't Moxie sell that?
No, I gave it to Cecil.
Oh. That's really smart, Nimbles.
Yeah, I don't know why I would think of that.
Because you're a very smart kobold.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I go up towards Darius, and I like wink him over to me. Do you approach?
Stand up at the front.
Okay, I go up to you, and I whisper in your ear. The adults, well, these creatures are known to kill a lot.
I just turn over my shoulder and I look at him and I look at Moxie and I say, Good.
Who is it?
Good.
Okay, I back off.
Okay.
We have a few different things that we could try to get you out of here, creature.
It retracts a little bit, like to safety, dips itself into a water, and silently responds on the brain. Wish harm this one.
Turn the conversation to you or to my friends?
It is trying to communicate with you telepathically, asking you,
Right.
do you
Yeah, I know.
wish harm to these people?
No. Not exactly.
And it sort of like emits this ultrasonic and we're not in time. It sort of tries to check who is behind the Solancian hero. Oh, interesting. Why would you come in?
Learn more about you, sir.
That's pretty cramped. I'm good.
I walk forward. I'm
Nimble's just
gonna
fucking goes
stand
for it.
right here. I'm gonna take a look at him.
I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Oh, I know what this is. I'm staying back.
We have a good sense of direction in the caves.
I mean, you can obviously talk to me from this distance, so not a big deal.
Junior, you're able to see all and understand all, correct?
I am not entirely understanding the question. I remember many, but I cannot see all. Feel. See. You are the ones that I see the first time I ever humanoid. Have memories, but have not communicated with in my physical existence.
How long has your physical existence been?
I have lost my count. It is really hard to say. Sun, there is only darkness and fish.
Aw. I'm sorry, Junior. I'm gonna go hug him.
As soon as she sees Nimble go up to home, I'm gonna go back behind the group.
Impulse, you hug him, and it goes, no, wait, and then you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ah!
Oh.
Yay!
You're actually fine.
You're almost, yeah. I'm gonna, yeah. I ask Junior, do you know about the werebat close to here? Did you communicate with him?
I whispered to Moxie. Maybe he knows something about the poison. Maybe.
Pretty sure he does.
I talked several.
Who tried to kill us?
His mind was clouded, and it was not my friend.
Okay. We've been speaking with this guy for a while now. Can I make some sort of insight check to see if he's actually as nice as he seems?
All right.
Can I do the same?
16. Oh, nice.
Moxie, this thing is hard to read. You cannot really pick up on him. Nimbles, it's adorable, and it's slimy, just like you like. Elise, this creature is restraining itself. It feels like it's not ready to confront you, or is not sure what should it do, as in right now.
All right. So, but at the moment, it's not. It doesn't have any hostile intent.
At the moment, no hostility whatsoever. It's still trying to decide what to do with you guys.
All right. Okay, Junior. Yeah. How does this sound? If we manage to get you out of here, would you help us achieve some of our goals, or maybe work with us in some cases in the future?
I can provide my memory. Granted.
That would be nice, but I would like to form some kind of alliance, some partnership, if you will, between you and our crew.
We already have. He's my son.
Junior looks at Nimbles like tilting your head like slightly.
Good boy.
And you can read Nimble's mind, right?
It can read only desires.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a good dad.
I ask him straight out, are you the reason this cave is infested?
No, I was about to tell you about that. Beside you guys, there is other creatures, other beings. They are driving themselves mad. There's a rift to their realm. Somewhere in this cave, I feel the utter hunger. I feel the eldritch energy floating through their veins. And it grows every day.
Look at Elise. Did you speak of other animals in here? Other creatures?
I did see some other creatures. They looked really strange. I thought we could go check them out after this, or after we deal with the mushrooms, whichever seems more convenient.
I would say
or more
first.
important. Yeah. Since so far the other creatures haven't made any moves against anyone else here, as far as I know.
So, Junior, you believe these creatures are the reason for the infestation of this cave?
I cannot read their minds. I cannot their intention. I can only read their desires, and their desire is to consume and contaminate. So maybe they are in charge of it.
Look at Ty. Do you think we should try and deal with them?
2 secs. Sorry, repeat that.
Do you think we should deal with the creatures?
It really sounds like.
Yeah, why not? I'm always up for a good fight.
If I have some time to study and learn and get a bit of experience, I could at some point learn some spells that potentially help us carry this thing out of here. I mean, I guess it has time.
I'll nudge here and say and whisper to him, "We have a ring of shrinking."
Do you see fingers on that thing?
Yeah, you can just like stick one in his tentacle or something, dude. It's fine.
That's nasty.
You could try.
Magical items adjust size when they're.
Give it to Nimbles since see if he could put it on, since obviously he wasn't infected.
Oh no, it's the shrinking ring. Like the idea would be to shrink Junior, and he can just like swim through all the way out.
Didn't the Jin say this ring was called reduced person?
It did. It called
Person,
it
but like
reduced.
it reduced a giant as well. Well, I guess that's a
I
person.
mean, he's
This thing has
Junior
consciousness.
is neither, isn't he? I mean,
It has consciousness. It's self-conscious.
I guess it's worth a shot.
I don't know.
Try. We don't know what happened. But let's do that afterwards. Let's maybe take care of the creatures that are contaminating this cave.
Yeah, let's gather some shrooms and then get rid of it.
No,
Yeah, well,
get
yeah.
here. He's scared.
If
He's
we
not scared.
if we get rid of
He
the
can wait.
animals, I'm guessing the shrooms will be here for a while. We have to clear up the shrooms anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
the animals seem
I'm-
more higher priority. Junior like is. I imagine he's not in any rush.
I imagine he wouldn't even notice.
I don't know that he can be.
I'm guessing he doesn't even know how long
what
the
is
day
time? What is
Yeah.
time? Yeah.
Like,
Even
who
is
knows how
time.
old this little bitch is?
He's been in here alone all this time. I'm not leaving him.
Nimbles, he'll be okay for a couple of hours.
All right, see you later, Nimbles.
They all start moving out, Nimbles staying with Junior. Come back, and Nimbles just floating in the water.
I mean, he might like some company. Who knows? We are the
Yeah.
first beings we've met.
You
He was
come back.
swimming in the water.
Come back to Nimbles, and he's a wobbled.
So horrible.
Tentacle kobold.
Either that or Junior would start begging us to let him out already.
Please.
Koboldopus.
Kobold.
Nimbles is
Take it away from me, and I'll do anything.
Junior looks at Nimbles and goes, "I will be fine."
Okay.
See, Junior's a big boy.
at least lead the way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going in
I
front.
love how Ty and I are both standing back here like, don't do anything funny.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
over there.
Gunther, let's go.
These, as you approach, you see gnarled, sort of like chitinous creatures crawling around, and they are sort of feasting on the mushrooms that are on the walls. Make weird sounds and noises, and they are dripping with this green liquid onto the ground.
Go to Guile, take one of the antidote potions, smear it on his sword.
Okay.
That's Shuckle. Alright.
They don't
We're
seem
gonna
to
kill these things, right?
they don't seem to pay attention to you momentarily.
I turn to Darren. I'm like,
Darren.
after you, Darren. Right behind you.
I have a warhammer, by the way.
Yeah, I pull out my magic whittle.
Okay.
I got my weapons ready too.
Oh,
So,
I cast Bark Skin on Hiru.
Oh, that's. Oof, thank you.
Your AC is now 16.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
just walk up and kind of like smack the hammer on the wall a couple times.
As soon as you they go.
Draw them back to this point. We can funnel them.
This echoes into the cave,
Hmm.
and you hear from the distance some reply.
Fuck
Right.
raptors.
And you hear.
Ty raises his shield and braces himself.
So I
Alright.
tell Ty to take a step to the right.
There's
Good,
just
I'll
a,
get to the front.
Take a step to the right, Ty.
Not that,
Okay.
I'm really much of a tactical thinker, but since we're out water walking, why don't we just stand on the water?
I'm on the water. I don't know what
where's,
you do.
where's the fun in that?
There's fun in there.
I'll be staying here. He has a good
We want
point.
to fight. That's
Okay.
yeah. The only thing if I step back, they can get past me.
Okay.
Kind of.
Oh, there we go.
Oh shit.
Took it a little bit.
If I stand here, then they can only get in that space, and then
Then swap me spots.
we can all still attack. All right, you go.
Okay.
We can all still attack at that point, but
Stop
can.
stop it right there. This creature runs up, jumps into the air, and assaults Darren.
Why is it Darren?
Oh, so good.
You knocked on the wall. By the way, you don't have armor on yourself because you donned it. It was like a big hole in it. So, what's your AC?
Uh-oh.
Really good question. I thought I would have gotten more by now.
He would at least have a breastplate.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been 11 months and we have an armory, right?
Yeah.
It's been a few months.
He's
I
probably
imagine,
not
like,
running
he would
around
have
for 11
gotten
months with, with a hole in his
a
chest.
new set of armor.
Okay.
We had breastplates.
So,
The 22 is going to guaranteed hit me.
okay, yeah. I would assume that you picked up a breastplate somewhere in the castle and wore it instead
Sure.
of that was exposed earlier. So this thing jumps on you and just tries to bite you. You fend it off with a shield, and then it goes down with the claw and gets you under these leather
Oh, I don't have a
straps.
shield.
Oh, you don't have it? Great.
14 plus dex, so I'll tell you my new AC swing.
Okay, so Ty swings wildly and misses the first time and swings back, gets a hit on the creature.
For-
It jumps down and goes.
for the record, I know obviously it's a 1, so it doesn't hit, but 12 would still hit a lot of things.
Yeah.
Not this one,
Oh,
fortunately.
it's a shame.
Plus 11.
Okay.
My
Yeah,
armor
this
class
is
is
the big one.
15. How much damage did I take from that silly thing?
12.
12.
Yeah, it's probably best that I soak for the damage.
Apparently.
All right.
Also, why'd you have to move like that? I can't attack anything though.
And then you hear loud noises and a bigger, massive creature with chitinous skin and small, like, hair coming out of it, covered with green ooze, just walks out, assesses the situation around.
Oh.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. Come to Ty.
Okay, let me see.
I totally didn't forget to do initiative. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I rolled it
He-
for
he
you.
auto- he- yeah, it's auto rolled.
My bad.
It's okay.
Fine.
And then you see it goes under the ground.
Ah,
Lurker.
That's not good.
All right. Well,
See, this is why we should be on the water.
well then get on the wall and impulse.
This thing runs out, stands in front of you, stands taller than the small one, at least 4 times bigger. Let me see if he can reach you guys. No. It takes a defensive position.
Ah.
The choke is working.
not the most effective right now because I can't attack.
This thing climbs
I
on the
can't reach.
wall,
Sorry.
drops down behind the skeleton.
Nice.
Sure.
Times of
Yeah, but
reach.
It has climb speed. It walks on the wall.
no, oh no, sorry, I was talking to Elise.
How tall are the walls?
About 15 feet tops.
So he passes through my threat range?
If you have reach of 10, yes.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Wanna make sure.
Skeleton takes
Yeah.
4 piercing damage as the critic drops down and rakes across its bones.
Oh, good.
No.
I would like to focus and resummon that energy that I had earlier.
Make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom. Boom. Ah, fuck's sake.
Not quite picking the rhythm of it.
Is it? Oh, is that still a bonus action? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. And I'm going to attack. Shockingly, the one right in front of me. 18.
Alright. That's exactly the hit.
Okay. It's 10. And fuck it, I'll reroll that. 15.
Better.
And I bring down the magic quill and I drag it out again. It's just like, I don't know, pus or blood. Like, what are these things? Just
You
spray.
drag it out, and the spray of green liquid spatters the wall.
And I turn to Darren. I'm like, I guess now that you got horns, I can't really call you a fish anymore. And I hit it, and I hit it again.
Alright.
Oh, shit. 17.
You swing,
What
miss,
level?
I'm rolling so badly today. Anyway.
and a miss.
That's the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay, so Lancy. Still on the water.
I am going to hex the big guy over there. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast. Because that's all I do as a warlock.
Eldritch Blast. Wait. The damage should be 1d10, but multiple rays.
Yeah.
One sec. For some reason, it's 2d10. Question mark. Should be 1d10, but multiple rays. There you go. Could you please re-roll the damage?
Sure.
Twice.
Poo.
Okay. Bup, bup, bup. So 5 points of force damage plus hex, 1d6. Okay. As it hits its chitinous skin, leaves a burn mark. You see drops of acidic liquid just like drip from under his chitin plate. It's a little bit disturbing. Those creatures are sick. Is that your turn? Gonna move anywhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up one. Hold on, since I shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts, does that mean the hex goes twice or just goes once?
Well, I took your first roll results. I just wanted you to re-roll the damage. So 1 hit, 1 miss.
Okay. Then that's the end of my turn. I'm just gonna move up onto the ground, like right here.
Okay.
I want to be between the water and the land, so.
Okay. Nimbles.
Right. I'm gonna run up the side of the cave wall, jump over to a stalactite, and hang off of it, and then fire from there my blunderbuss at these two guys.
Okay.
DM, I noticed that there was a mistake. I can only use second level spells, correct? Since I'm a warlock, I lose my first level slots, and when I level up, I gain like a certain amount of second level spots.
All your spells are second level.
Yeah,
they're
so
always the highest
I
level.
just noticed that it says spell slot 1, level 1 expanded. That should be a level 2. That should be...
Yeah, it's just the bot. Bot does not understand the concept of warlock.
Okay.
You keep your eye on your slots because they work differently. Okay, so all right, that hits 1, and for another one, roll again.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely hits both of them. Sneak attack onto big one under a small one.
Let's do the small one.
Okay, small one decimated and skids on the ground, just lies down and bleeds out. The other one also hits for another 19 points of damage.
Can I ask a question, Slava? on the blunderbuss it says load two-handed special hits to target if they are within 5 feet with one attack. So wouldn't that do the same attack, same damage on both of them?
No,
Okay.
you roll different hits because they have different armor class
Okay.
and at a different position. Yeah. So basically, right. Still hits, anyways, and deals another 19 points of damage. The loud echo goes through all the cave. You see some bats fly away. Right. Is the other turn? Okay. So, I assume you duck somewhere over there.
He just like scurries behind the stalagmite. What?
Yeah, I'm like behind the
Like that.
stalagmite. I'm hanging from the ceiling.
Stalagmite.
It's like,
Okay.
yeah, tight to the ceiling. Yeah.
Okay.
I might hang on.
Another 13. Okay. Moxie?
I'll toll the dead, this guy. So that's wisdom saving throw.
Fails.
Fails, 17 damage. That's a
Go
good
through.
roll.
It shakes his head.
Done with my turn.
Okay. Elise.
Alright, I'll run up here and attack this little boy with my main hand.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. That's an insta
Oh,
kill.
boy. Alright. And fuck, there's not much more I can do because it's kind of blocked off.
No.
You can go. You can move through the
I-
friendly
yeah.
creatures, but you cannot end turn in the same spot.
Okay, how about the dead creature here?
It's a corpse. It's an object.
corpse,
It's
oh,
not a creature. You can stand
okay.
on corpses.
Hmm. In that case, I'll move over there as well.
Okay.
And go for my extra attack.
Okay. Roll it.
I'll add in no, wait.
That's a miss.
Anyway. Yeah. And I'll go with my offhand. Since I didn't get to do the bonus
That's a
earlier.
miss as well.
Yeah.
Now you're
Alright.
backing.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
tanking. Fuck
Good
it, dude.
job.
Let's go.
Okay. Over. Right. Darius.
Darius will pull Elise back.
Oh.
Get
Okay.
the fuck out.
Do you resist?
No, I don't.
Okay. Pulled off.
And then
Let the big boys handle this.
So that's 10 feet of your movement.
Wait. Would I get attacked?
No.
'Cause of
no,
No.
it's a
attack
forced
or-
movement. You
Okay.
can't be attacked from a forced movement.
Alright.
And then I'll walk up 10, swing.
Okay. Go for it.
Then Ty pulls you away.
Okay, that's a hit for 15 bludgeoning.
Extra attack. Oh, it's covered in that cure stuff too. I don't know if that helps.
No, not really.
Smashed a cure vial on it.
Okay. Worth a
Figured-
try.
Or,
Yep.
Worth a
or at
try.
least you don't notice anything.
It's a
Extra attack.
it's a drinkable thing. If you force feed it to him, maybe it will do something. But smashing it on him, it's not like applying. You
I was
know,
thinking about applying like a poison. It's just not a poison.
it's not. It's not how you cure people. Imagine yourself dipping a sword in a cure. It's like you're cured.
That orc smashed a potion in my face. That worked.
Yeah.
Potion is
And
magical
I will
substance.
actually go
And
ahead
this is
and
just
walk
herbal.
10 feet away from it too.
Okay. You're gonna provoke them.
That's fine.
It will try to claw you.
Nice.
For 19 points of damage as you feel this greenish acidic liquid drips through your armor and starts burning inside of it.
The big scary demon paladin runs off to hide behind a woman and gets hit for it.
If he's
Woman goes down.
Do you have acid resistance?
Ass resistance.
Ass resistance.
I don't think that any of that stuff came into play.
Okay.
I don't
Hero.
think my actual form has changed.
First of all, I'm telling Gunther to step back.
Step back. Alright.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna look at Moxie and say, nice necromancy, and cast Call the Dead as well. I Toll the Dead as well on the big one.
Okay. Needs to make a fails.
Oh, we
Roll,
sucks at
roll
wisdom.
damage. Yikes! 17
Yep,
points.
hold.
Again?
Man, those
Say-
Total Heads are rocking it today.
Yikes! Fucking hell.
That's necromancy.
Yep.
You see the creature goes. Sort of
Boing.
not fascinated. Okay, so is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
See, this dead. This boy is gonna approach.
Also dead.
No, boy is under y'all.
He is dead.
No,
Well, he's undead.
think he's talking about the. That
You
This
see the
guy.
ground burst behind you.
it disappeared from initiative, I think.
Good boy.
No, it just
No, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
auto
Oh, that
skips.
thing.
Auto skips if they are on GM layer. And it goes.
Oh.
I need you all here to make make a dexterity saving throw.
I was
Does
really
it-
hoping you were going to say strength.
Does it reach Günther as well?
Wow.
Can I only do like say a word on my turn, or can I do it out of my turn? Just a single word.
Sure.
Oh, like it's 2 word.
Oh,
Get-
it's getting more every time.
Yes, 3 word. Get over here.
Whatever.
I basically want to tell you guys to get on this side of him,
Okay.
so I can kill everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Elise, you take 20 points of acid damage. Ty, you take 10 points of acid
Ouch.
damage. Darius, you take 10 points of acid damage.
So much for my fucking dexterity saving throw proficiency.
Yeah,
I have
one
the same
guy
save.
proficient, It not. It failed the save.
I am not proficient with those.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I'm not even close to proficient with that.
+1.
Oh, I have less, don't
Right.
worry.
I was hoping for a strength saving throw. That's plus 12 for me.
I
Okay.
have such high.
All right. That's its turn.
Cheat. It's all good. Just kidding.
Gunta.
Günther. Well, isn't Günther on my? I mean, I don't
No,
mind.
it has its self initiative.
Okay. It's 33. That's pretty high. Okay. Günther is gonna squeeze in here and take a swing at the big thing
Roll it.
with a short sword.
Okay, that's a hit. For 7 points of damage. You see the skeleton sort of plunges it into its face.
And then it's just gonna chill out there. And
Okay.
stare at him.
30. 25. There we go. This creature will disengage. Run out over there.
The mighty Günther scared it away.
Ty.
Okay, I'm going to once again try and focus. Like refocus that I don't know, power I had earlier. Wisdom again. 15.
You exhale it and go, come on! And you feel this surge of power. Just like if you was drunk. But
Oh no.
purer. No clouded mind. It's like being super focused
Like
instead.
Okay.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
You can
And
consider
then-
yourself hazed.
Okay.
Hasty.
And then I will make my 2 attacks. Just try and hit this thing as hard as I can.
Okay.
25.
Hits.
I'll reroll that damage. Please be better. It's a little bit better.
14.
And again.
Okay,
15.
that's miss.
Ty, why can you not hit? That's the end of my turn.
11.
Okay,
I know, it's crazy.
give me a sec. As your weapon crackles with lightning and you swing at it, it bursts out like a thunder. Roll me d8.
Oh.
Okay,
Yep.
you deal additional 1 points of lightning damage.
But
You're like, oh, that's a start. Okay, Delancey.
Alright. This thing is still in front of us. Well, I can still Eldritch Blast the thing that I necromanced, or Hex. Why did I say necromance? Okay. I'm totally out of it.
oh, sorry.
You're jealous.
Necrotic damage.
It is necrotic, yeah.
Sorry, necrotic damage.
You still see it.
Yeah, I'll Eldritch Blast it.
Great. The charge flies off, and the creature skids on the ground.
Kill it.
Wow.
Second bolt on him then.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, you have 2 bolts, right?
Yeah, 2 bolts.
Don't worry, I got this. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh.
And this one also hits and makes a char marked on its carapace.
Would my hex transfer over to this thing? Or
Bonus action.
You can
yeah,
transfer it.
bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action transfer it, and I'll
Okay.
roll d6 for that.
Two.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm how close is this thing to me?
5 feet? 10 feet?
5 feet between you.
Get the bop back
five
over here. I do not want to be near that. Actually, is there like a shoreline right here?
You step away, and you see it uses one of its long appendages.
Oh, figures. Yeah, that hits.
For 12 piercing.
What are you concentrating on?
On Hex.
Oh, yeah.
Hex goes away. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Nimbles.
All right. So what I want to do is I want to draw my great axe, right? And then I want to drop down on top of his head, right? And then I want to put the great axe handle in his mouth like it's a bit. Okay? And yeah, and then I want to try to handle him.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
Okay. Attack roll. Attack roll
For the great axe.
with
With a great axe.
I don't have that set up. But
So -1 to attack, isn't it?
it would be
Okay.
this plus 3.
Okay, that does not hit.
18 doesn't hit?
No.
Oh, shit.
You drop it, and it just steps away and falls onto the ground. They are pretty well armored. They have thick chitinous plates all over them.
Disengage. Get over here.
Okay.
Up the wall again.
All
You're
right.
still in range of him, so.
He's trying to be on top of the ceiling.
Ah, okay.
All right.
And again.
And
Bam.
runs up. Goes for the Gunter. Aw. Gunter is down.
Oh shit.
No.
Not good.
Ah, Gunther. You were the best so far. Yeah, he's fucked.
Moxie.
Yeah, this guy. Oh, yeah, this big guy. Wisdom saving throw. Oh shit!
Oh,
Please fail.
that
Please
damage
fail.
though. 12 and 11, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Please fail.
Wisdom, you say.
Yeah. No.
I roll. Still a sizable amount of fucking damage. All right. 12.
Doesn't do damage.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
right.
No damage. No
No
damage.
damage. Sorry.
Fuck.
So yeah.
I will stab like here.
Run away.
Run
Hi,
away.
Moxie.
I was 10 feet away from it. No. I was standing there.
It used its reactions.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
alright.
Okay, that's right. Hi, Sol.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm going to use bonus action healing word on Darren. And I'm going to do it on
You got
level
that.
2. I'm going to do it level 2. So
Okay.
you get 7 plus your chimes. That's a 1d4, right?
Did you give him back the chimes?
I had it the whole time.
Oh, 8.
There we go.
8 hit points left to back. I'm done.
All right.
All right.
Elise.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
This piece of fucking shit coming out of the ground. Everyone else managed to dodge it except for me. God
Yeah, you're
fucking
covered in green
I'll
ooze.
fuck
Like.
you up.
ah. Miss.
I'll do that. I miss. I'll attack again
Tough one.
with my
If an 18
bonus.
doesn't hit,
That's
this
a
thing, I
hit.
run no chance of hitting it.
Yeah, that's a hit. I'll add a menacing attack to it, which is. God, I keep forgetting. It's a D8, right? Yeah.
You can make an attack roll for it that you can just click.
Yeah. There. That's it.
What's your DC? 13.
Oh, the DC, it's 8 plus my proficiency plus dex. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. So it
Oh.
fails.
Yeah.
Change that DC because your DC right now is 11 for some reason.
Oh,
Ugh. There you go. And I was like, that
Um,
seems unlikely.
yeah. I wasn't quite sure what what my number was supposed to be. All right.
It's
Yeah.
scared
so
of you.
It's fucking scared. I'm gonna use my extra attack now for that,
Oh!
Oh, wow!
That's a double.
and that's a crit.
That's
You-
a very good crit.
You swing around and cut one of his legs and goes.
And I stab it right through the fucking. I want to stab it right through its fucking carapace with my ruby guitar. There's a nice solid punch there. Let's see. Should I add something to that?
You can use your superiority
Yeah.
die and it will double as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Any dice
With
rolled on
the-
a crit is doubled.
Yeah. I guess I'll try a disarming attack to disarm it.
You
Doesn't-
can't just sort
Yeah, I
of
know.
back
I know. It doesn't actually do anything. But remove one of its legs or something.
it.
It already lost his
yeah.
one leg.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so 4 additional damage.
19.
Yeah.
total. Yeah, that's good.
There we go.
Well, we'll say that's how I disarmed it. Or no.
You
how-
did,
what's that called?
dislegged it. If that
dislegged
makes
it.
sense.
This, yeah. Remove a limb, basically.
Okay,
Yeah, that's it.
that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So 30 feet dashes for another 50. They start surrounding you. Doris?
Whoa, that was way too much. 5, 10, 15. I think that puts us in flanking, right? Are we flanking it if I move to there?
Not really flanking, but sure.
So no.
Big creatures are not that easy to flank.
Okay. And then I will smash it with a hammer.
Okay, that's a miss. But barely, like you slam your hammer, and it barely dodges it, writhing from pain from losing a limb.
Extra attack, swing again.
Oof.
I can't hit this guy.
You smash it, but it doesn't put through. There is no damage.
Alright, that's me.
Hero.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile on 2nd level on the big one.
All at him.
Yeah, all at him.
Roll damage.
Wait, that was.
Magic missile is actually 1d4 and you times it by the
Yeah,
dice.
40.
So
It's 44.
So roll additional 3d4 then.
Did it already do one? Oh yeah.
It was one.
did one.
There we go.
Okay, and +4, right?
Plus 4,
one,
so
so-
10, 13, 13 damage. As the barrage of missiles veer off and start pummeling on it.
That's my turn.
Not fascinated. I try to recharge his breath. Recharges. Burrows. Burrows right there. Guile, Darius, you can take an attack of opportunity. If you wish.
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
Sweet.
that's a miss. Goes there.
Oh, wait. Can I attack?
Yeah.
No.
Both of you, Ty and Elise.
Oh, I can attack as well, yeah?
Yeah, it's,
Good.
alright.
Well done.
Miss.
Well done.
Miss.
Well done, guys.
This is what I'm saying. I get a +11. I still can't fucking hit the thing. I
Okay.
never roll crits. Fuck.
And then it breathes vile acid onto you guys. Make a dexterity saves.
Ah, god damn it. I shouldn't have.
No, he ain't talking to me.
Ah,
I ain't anywhere near that breath. Oof.
Did I make it? What is this?
Nope.
With 10?
Nope. You
No,
both
no,
take
made it.
27 points of acid damage.
Fuck me.
Ugh.
I'm really happy I wasn't here for that.
God, I like these dudes.
I do not like saves.
I don't like rolling dice, apparently.
Yeah, no, I've not rolled well today at all. This is
I've
I
hit one
shouldn't have
thing.
used my reaction on that.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh.
This boy approaches you, Ty, and jumps on you.
Jesus Christ. And then, of
Yeah.
course, Slava is rolling nat 20s every other roll.
I know.
You're
So that
hissing though.
It's not me.
no, I'm not. I'm not drunk.
Okay, so
Oh. Okay.
Stop trying
Yes.
to correct me.
Ty,
No, I thought Slava said that you get the abilities of haze.
you're
Yeah.
considered hazed, so
Stop.
you get the benefits of haze.
I'm gonna move up here, and I'm gonna take my 2 swings at the big boy.
Finally. There you go.
First damage.
Okay. Both hit.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. And then what are we doing? Click.
The second hits too for 15.
Yep. So
You
13, 15.
Smack it twice. Roll me a d8.
There you go.
Okay, exactly finishes this thing and collapses to the ground. Sort of shivering and lightning arcs.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Lancy?
I'm gonna send one Eldritch Blast at this guy. I'm gonna send another Eldritch Blast at that guy.
You can move your hex, by the way.
No, my hex got cancelled. Remember, I lost concentration.
Oh, you lost concentration. True. True. Right. Oh my, well, both of them kind of skid off, and these creatures are too tiny and too fast.
Damn, that's all I can do. I'm gonna walk back onto land. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Nimbles.
Alright, like, hang off the stalactite from my feet while I reload my blunderbuss. And then fire at these guys.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Aw.
First misses. Second hits for 19. And I assume sneak attack. Exactly 8. Great. One down.
Actually, the first one should hit. Because I should get pack tactics on that.
Melee attacks, my friend.
Oh, it's only melee. Oh, my bad.
Pack tactics are when you are 5 feet near the target and melee attacks.
Attack roll. It doesn't say melee.
Yeah.
It doesn't say melee.
I just checked on the thing.
It's whatever way you roll it. It's just that.
Yeah.
That's the way I heard it.
Sick. Races. Cobalt. K. Lava.
Yeah, it's okay.
Pack tactic. Advantage your attack rolls against a creature if at least one of your allies is in within 5 feet of creature and the ally is incapacitated. Okay, I will consider it as an advantage because I just recently looked upon the goddamn thing and I was like, Alright.
Yeah, whatever.
So 22, that hits for 9. There we go.
Yeah. Roll it later. Whatever. Alright,
Got it.
I'm done.
Okay. Dead. Moxie.
Yeah, this one is hurt now, so let's do another Hold the Dead on him.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw. This boy
Okay, wisdom.
fails.
Fail. 13 points. Here it's reeking.
Yeah. Done.
Done? Please?
All right.
Damn, you're one
yeah.
healthy girl.
Very healthy. Am I still sick, by the way?
No.
After all these months?
No.
Whatever happened to that? You didn't ever use it on anything aside
I
from
cured you.
The cold just
wait,
passed.
the
You
common
were
cold.
you were
Yeah.
sick for a week and that's it.
A week, yeah. All right. Can I? How do these two look?
One of them looks terrible, one untouched.
It's his turn next, by
Yeah.
the way.
I wouldn't know that, but like, no, I'm gonna go with what I feel like I should, because I wouldn't know how many more there might be in there, so I'm gonna disengage. And run up here by Moxie.
And leave your admiral behind.
He'll be
Ty
fine.
is in his element right now. He's got a massive smile on his face. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't want to inconvenience him by being in the way. That is what I'll say.
Shit's about to
'Cause
get crazy.
I am close to death, like close to dropping out here. Moxie, why the fuck didn't you heal me?
Okay.
That's it.
You got to remember, the more creatures surrounding Ty, the higher his AC as well.
Okay. We'll try to attack you. 21.
Me? Yeah, that just about hits. There's only
That's
two
it.
of them, isn't there? Yeah,
Doris.
weak.
Four total.
Weak.
All right. Oh,
Yeah, a bunch of bugs. What do you want? They're just a little bit overgrown.
Just be better.
step to there, and I guess I'm gonna clobber that guy. The one that's standing, I guess. Where'd Elise go? Oh, wow.
I failed.
Elise yeeted herself onto water and was like, Moxie, what did you inhale me? Just looking like shit, covered in acid.
Wait, is this one in front of me damaged?
No. The one
Oh,
is
okay.
further of you is
I'll
damaged.
slide to the left a little bit then and hit the one that is damaged.
Slide to the
Try.
left.
To the right.
And
Miss.
Swing again. Super good at this.
I had it.
Hey, we hit again.
Yes, boy.
Out. Smash, and you see the brains of the creatures splatter on the ground.
I turned to you, I'm like, you hit something.
Your turn.
Tag, you're in. Okay.
Watch
Hero.
this shit.
Hero's just gonna point at the last little bug and cast Toll to Death again. Make the bells ringing. Ding dong.
Dong.
Well, apparently that's a fail, but he's unharmed. Still fucking 16!
Max dice, nice.
Yikes!
It's better than the other one.
It sort of like stumbles, falls to the ground, rubs its head against the ground like.
I turned to Darren, I'm like, I didn't even have to swing.
I just look at it, it's still standing.
And I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna stand here. Gonna take a closer look. And that's my move.
Dead. Dead.
They're all dead, aren't they?
No,
One is alive. Ty.
Goodbye. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Hit.
Finally.
Ow!
That's a nice roll.
we two melees that never hit anything.
Yeah, that's a knockout. and a roasted corpse falls to the ground, and we are out of initiative.
Are you happy now?
I'd be happy if. Actually, I want to try something. I've never done this. I would like to try to reanimate Günther. Does that work?
Still works. It's still a body.
I'm gonna move.
Nice.
10 hit points to Elise.
Okay.
About time, Mox.
I'm gonna take this time to congratulate everybody on a very good fight. And
you spent 10
for
minutes
fuck's
on
sake. Yeah. 'Cause I definitely didn't forget to do it before we went into the fight.
Nimbles. For fuck's sake.
Assuming we can get 10 minutes, everybody gets 10 hit points.
Nimbles is already gone. He's like,
How many hit points was that? 8?
Nimbles, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Make it good.
Uh-oh.
Like real good. Hello.
Evil Nimbles is coming. No.
I think
What,
Nimbles
he
is-
wasn't already?
Blood fiend.
More
Nimbles is
like
suicidal.
dead
Nimbles is
Nimbles.
awful good.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hold on. If you ask me to make it good, I think I'll try a luck roll.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So what result do you choose? 7, 8, or 11?
I
Go for
would
the
like
7.
to choose the 11.
Okay. Nimbles, you take 58 acidic damage.
You just instantly kill Nimbles.
I would like to. Can he dodge?
It's not an attack. You walk like to this thing. It's like a rift of some sorts. And as you walk, you see your boots, your legs are slowly starting to get engulfed in sort of like dark mold. Like
Oh!
climbing up your armor, and it will when it's covered in mere seconds, you feel crazy burning sensation, and just poof, collapse.
Do you have visual on him? I was gonna extract shit from this creature, but
I mean,
oh no, I don't see you. Fuck.
Can anyone?
You can
can
hear
anyone
him.
see the hyper one?
I'm pretty sure I did say uh-oh, at least.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
on that note, we will end our game for today. Uh-oh.
Nimbles!
God damn it,
I think
Nimbles.
Nimbles is suicidal.
Fuck's sake.
Sometimes it works.
It looks cool.
It looked cool.
The thing is, you didn't see it from here anyway, so why did you go there?
He was exploring, and then he
Oh
saw
my
something.
God.
Are you lying in a pool of acid right now? That's not
It
very.
might be. But
That's not very
You are
good.
lying.
I'm-
Not in a facet. You just walked in fucking gray mold.
oh.
Oh right. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a cold mold, right? Wait, is that gray mold? No, hold on.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Oh, okay.
It's like death.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh no, not the best character.
Nah, I think. Well, okay. I'm kind of confused at what's gonna go on right now. I'm not gonna roll death saves, but if you guys don't get to me pretty quick, I might be in trouble.
Well, you keep taking damage, I guess. So
Probably right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
good.
is that like once a day thingy?
what?
Yeah, no, not taking death
No,
saves.
he just never takes step saves.
He he got
He
his.
he is automatically stabilized when he reaches 0.
He just
No, but I mean, if he gets hit twice, it's still.
He can still fail them by
getting attacked,
by
getting
being hit.
damaged.
He just doesn't roll them.
got his very apt of health back. That's why he doesn't make the death saves at the moment.
He has it's a periaptive wound closure.
You can be laying there forever because every time it's your turn, you stabilize like 0 death saves.
But the problem is
The
he.
damage.
No, if you stabilize, you would then wake up in 1d4 hours, so you wouldn't be there forever.
The problem
yeah.
is you are in a danger zone and make another Constitution saving throw on your turn,
Mhm.
and will take damage again.
If you take your maximum of hit points over.
If
time.
it deals 48 or more, you're out.
Mhm.
Without death saves, if it deals 48 or less, 47 or less, you lose death save.
And average is 50.
Likely, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, if no one is gonna react, it was just uh-oh, and that's it. From a distance.
I can heal from that distance.
I don't think. I mean, I think it's possible that I'll be all right.
No, 60 feet.
You can heal, but if he's still taking damage, then it's not going to help much.
Yeah.
You heal,
So-
he stands up, makes a Constitution save,
Hopefully, it makes it.
Question is, do I make the Constitution save at the beginning of my turn or at the end of my turn?
At the beginning of your turn, as you enter the area, or at the beginning of your turn.
Then I might be in trouble. I might need you guys to like lasso me out of here or something.
That's why you announce what you're doing. Something.
Oh,
I was like, "Where's Nimbles?"
How much time would we have to save him?
6
Not,
seconds.
why did you want to do something else first? Is that
No. Like I wanted to see
No,
how much
but-
time we had to work with.
I mean, I
Because like I'm
guess
pretty
1
far
round,
away.
right?
But the thing is,
One
I
or two.
have a robe of useful items.
I think we can probably
That's
just
up to the rope.
assume we
I mean,
get him out as
you
soon as
shouldn't
possible.
you shouldn't know that it's a rope of useful items, right?
Like there's like a 50%
Like,
chance.
oh yeah, would I know?
Okay.
Yeah, you only know it
Yes.
because you rolled it in the chat, I guess.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have identified that in the months of downtime?
Yeah, I would assume you
Yeah, I
have.
forgot.
Yeah, I would
No,
assume
like
you.
I didn't notice it, but I thought like I would have already known. That's why I didn't offer it to Hero when he asked it in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen one, I don't know if you've seen one in the campaign before.
No, it's true.
I do have rope on me, by the way.
Okay, so that's
I
fine.
mean, if I told them what the rope is, then we have plenty of rope.
Mm.
I have silk rope.
Yeah.
I've been carrying this silk rope since the very start of the campaign, and I've never used it.
I am more a danger to myself than the mobs are.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
you hug fucking aboleths. I mean,
And it always
Yeah.
works out.
Would have loved to see the result of that council.
It's because I know their powers, and I think, what is the stupidest thing I could possibly do right?
And you just nail it every time as well. I have to say, like spot on.
Spot on.
just goddamn yikes. You're so suicidal, for fuck's sake. but that's Nimbles. That's
Yeah,
fucking Nimbles in a shell.
Yeah.
It's a wonder you actually survived this long.
It's
has
wondrous.
luck.
Well,
It's
he
one-
died.
any
He
of us
died
who've survived
once.
this long.
He died
He's
once.
died more than once.
Oh.
It's about making a character the party wants to keep around.
Yeah.
Didn't we revive you with alcohol as well?
I think you did once.
How
And
did
then,
that
You-
work?
just like drowned you and then punched you in the chest or something. Like, came back.
You basically, what you did there, you was making a medicine check, but like, I want to splash vodka in his face. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Okay, make a medicine check. All right.
At this point, Ty still had six intelligence, and yeah.
Yeah, it
worked.
was the best
Can't argue
thing
with
that you
results.
could do. Yeah.
All he could think of at the time. Yeah.
And as a result, it
Not that he could think of a lot of things.
worked.
Hey.
Mm.
No, cool.
God damn.
Oh, you can double the amount of hit points when you roll a hit die.
Oh yeah, that is one of my favorite items in the game. Like it is.
Yeah, that is so good.
I made sure the thing is fucking visible. The black mold is. Please don't. It is so dangerous. And Nimble's like, tip tap toe. What is this thing doing here? Oh, fucking hell.
You know, the reason why I kept on switching between land and water was because I was deeply concerned that the DM's like gonna just pull something out of the water. That's why I was scared of staying on the water for so long. I just wanted to be like, choice between the two of them. Fight something that I can stand somewhere I can see the enemy clearly, or stand somewhere where I know I'm not gonna get attacked, but something could be underneath me.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine yourself being yoinked by an aboleth out of nowhere.
Oh god, yeah.
Nah, we good. That Aboleth
But
was fun
he's too big. Is he too big to fit through here now? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
pathway?
that's why he cannot
Yeah,
swim out.
Yeah,
sure.
that's why. So he can't even get out to the big lake here.
That's why he's stuck. Too shallow for it.
Feels bad, man.
We'll shrink him.
Yeah,
we'll,
shrink
we'll,
him
we'll, we'll,
and-
we'll shrink him, but
I'll shrink
it
him,
will-
put
if
him
it
in a
works.
jar, and then he could be our little pet. He could be-
I mean,
If it's just too
shrinking,
shallow, he may be
shrinking
able to
only
swim.
halves the size.
This is fucking. Other people get like animals like parrots, like, I don't know, owls. Pet owlet sounds amazing.
I mean, we still have a fancy collar. If we reduce him, he might be the size of
Oh
a
yeah,
bear.
that reminds me. I never
I mean-
got a chance to this game to summon my familiar. I have to do that next game.
Oh my
I
god,
forgot to do that.
Is he huge right now, or is he?
he's huge.
I
large?
think he's huge, right? Large
I
is
think-
smaller.
But that color will fit a large creature. If you
Yeah,
put
if I would
We put the
reduce
bear
him,
collar. We put the bear collar on the obelisk, and then we shrink it.
The downside is
the
we
other way
can't
around.
shrink
You
him.
have to shrink him first, yeah.
Well, we will see if the ring works, which I kind of doubt, but okay.
We need to shrink him like 3 times so he becomes small, so we can put him in a jar and he can be our goldfish.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but we
exactly.
can't
Or mind reading
constantly
goldfish.
keep him, like, we can't constantly keep him this small, right?
it's like
I mean-
it's like fucking
You
what's
can in 3rd edition.
what's its face? When you get back to the ship and have this thing, it's gonna be like what's the AI on the ship? What's the name? In Flash series, in Legends of Tomorrow, what's the fucking name of
Her name is
Gideon? There we go.
Gideon. Yeah, Gideon. Yeah.
It's like a fucking online board consultant about the story and everything. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see how it
Plan
goes.
then. Or does
I
he
have
capture
a
it?
son, Junior.
What the,
I mean,
what was the name of those squid guy in Pirates of the Caribbean? I forgot.
Fucking Davy Jones. Davy Jones.
Yeah, instead of a kraken, we have an obelisk now. We have
oh, the Kraken.
The thing is, we have to, if we want it to be useful, like outside, like in fights and shit, then we'll have to, you know,
We don't need it
not
to be
not
useful.
make it hate us.
No.
We don't need it to be
Yeah,
useful.
we don't need it. We don't need it. But like, if we want to, then yeah,
That's gonna be very interesting how to
It's
figure
just
out.
it's like it's totally okay to just like keep him locked up and just have a little
Somehow-
mascot.
Really, it's just
somehow-
Probably not okay. No.
No,
He's
it's
probably not
That's
gonna
how
love
it's
it
gonna
that
hate
much.
us. That's how it's gonna hate us. We're gonna have to just
Yeah.
make it a goldfish temporarily until it gets to the ocean. Or
I
something.
think.
No,
I mean,
he's gonna love hanging out with us.
yeah. I mean, it's possible that we could, get good with him.
Yeah,
If we don't
that's
fuck
kind
around
of
with
what
it.
I want.
He's offering us like all his memories and shit, which are probably like priceless in reality, and everyone's just like, "But he can fight with us." It's like,
I mean, let's see it in a
or you know,
piratey way.
shitloads of
and
knowledge.
say
If
treasures
I
and shit,
was, if I
Like,
was,
you're the smart one now, Ty. Come on.
if I was the
You tell
all-knowing
us.
goldfish and I was told that, hey, we could keep you trapped in a jar, but in return you would have to give us all your memories, I'd be like, nah, fam, just let me out in the ocean.
What? But no, he already said he'd give us his memories if we help him.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's going to keep him. That was
No,
Yeah.
that
There's
wouldn't- I
no-
doubt it would work.
Like,
I
It's-
was
mean,
just hoping,
memories.
like,
Memories is like treasures and shit, or yeah.
Imagine a creature that has memories of pre-existence of everything. It's basically one of the first creatures in the universe, and it
Arcane
might
memory.
gathered the knowledge of the things that.
That's another thing. Oh, hold on, it's lagging.
Go for it.
yeah, like that knowledge could be.
Okay, there we go. But no, here's another thing I remember. I don't know enough about aboliths, but I remember watching a YouTube video one time, and apparently their abolith that they ran across to have personality switch. So one moment the party came up to it and found it, and he was in a good mood. But if it came to them in a bad mood, they would have definitely had to fight it. I was concerned
Oh,
whether or not
it was a
had
female
personality.
aboleth.
Oh snap!
Oh my god.
Damn, Ty. Aren't they
That's messed
lawful?
up.
Aren't aboleths lawful or something?
I
So
don't
that
think
might
so.
be.
No, I think it's just Aboleths. They just have the memories of like thousands of lifetimes. Sometimes they're gonna be good. Sometimes they're gonna be bad. It's
But
just,
I just remembered that this aboleth had like a 2 personality thing
Uh,
going on.
It's actually material from the Tomb of Annihilation, basically, which was taken. The aboleth that dwells the trickster god's temple, basically. It has definitely a personality shattered, basically, into one bad and one good side, and it swings back and forth. Usually, aboleths don't have that problem, but what they have is an issue who is in charge. Imagine yourself having multiple consciousnesses in your head, multiple experiences from multiple lifetimes. Some aboleth might have been hurt by a human back in the day, and for example, be a little bit grudged against them. This aboleth was isolated for as long as it lived and didn't meet any humanoids, and that's why it doesn't understand really what to do right now.
But it wants out.
Yeah,
It
it's
wants
gonna get
out.
muddy.
Who would love to stay in that fucking cave for eternity?
Yeah. I mean, that's our bargain chip right there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he offered us something. We offer him
He
freedom.
offered like knowledge,
You know,
which, like
bargaining
Ty
chip.
said, is really good.
We
Wait,
need to
but
free
can't,
my son from this cave.
And yet we
Like,
were still
create-
like, no, we want you to fight, bro.
Like I was hoping doesn't even have to be fighting, like assistance in some physical way.
I'm
Yeah.
down
When
with
we're-
laying
when
it
we
out.
for when we try to get the ship back. Like even if it just says that, like as a bonus, you know,
My
It's
if
My
if it
character-
decides to.
my character
Like-
would be down to laying it out because that would mean another ally for her. So
I mean, he
Like-
could be just another party member, just swimming along.
It could be my mount.
the
I'm
next
afraid.
person dies, become an aboleth.
Hey, Nibbles is gonna become an aboleth.
I just want him as a mount. I could just mount up on it with a trident and everything, and then it's all complete.
You'd have to make
Dude,
constant
Dude, you
will
already
saves.
have a demon pet, so I don't.
No, he is a demon
Uh,
pet.
He-
First
he
of
is-
What are you
all,
talking
you
about?
wanted to mount the tentacle hentai monster? I'm not
All right,
really
Mr.
sure that's-
Bestiality. Watch what you're about to say.
Calm down over there. Just 'cause
Hey,
it's in your fantasies doesn't make it my reality.
let's have fun. The only
Yeah.
person he didn't read the mind of was me.
It's just
I was gonna be
Yeah.
like,
Too,
you
too
better-
boring.
It
in
knew better.
in actuality, it was like boobs, really. just
Didn't even
Didn't
bother.
understand the
You don't-
concept of
Oh,
sexuality.
you don't want to go in there. Trust me, like.
yeah, it's
I
like
realized that you wanted to have sex with it, and it was like, I don't even know. Nope.
I would not speak
Uh,
out about this woman's desires.
all the constitution checks though.
Uh,
Probably made like some secret constitution checks.
it tuned into minds of the people and spoke out like the things that it might use to its advantage, basically. Like I know what you're thinking of, but then like Nimbles, really a sandwich? That's all you want?
I mean, that sounds like Nimbles. I mean, at any random point in time. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Not just any, but every.
I just want to make a sandwich. That's all I wish from my life. Just
It doesn't matter what Nimbles is doing. There's always a sandwich in that brain somewhere.
it's really hard to read the minds of the creatures that have low intelligence, and like in D&D mechanics, it says when the creature's intelligence goes below sentient, which is 4, and Nimbles is just enough to be sentient.
Scratching the surface.
Like it's not possible. It has images, like associations, but not like straight way of thought. Like
So Nibbles can't
exist.
read, right?
Huh?
Nibbles cannot
Not
read.
even a chance, bro.
Reading comes with 6 intelligence, and it's like A, B.
Ty
L.
was able to read orc, but not common.
Yeah.
I think I can read Thieves' Cant.
Thieves' Cant is the not written language. It's a sign language, and yeah,
It's also
sign language, and for example, someone will walk up to you and say, "Do you like chicken soup?" And you will understand. Do you want to stab this guy in the back?
That was so weird.
Do you know what? I genuinely think if somebody walked up to Nimbles and was like, "Do you like chicken soup?" He would not. Well, he might stab somebody, but it wouldn't be any sort of planning in it.
Yeah. He would look at them, look at him, and be like, "Yes to both."
No, I stabbed the guy, and then I'd be like, where's that chicken soup?
Just both options immediately. I understood you
Why not
literally and figuratively. It's just
No, I don't
everything.
actually have chicken stew. Stab
Damn
again.
it!
And he stabs that guy. Yes.
But why did I stab that guy?
Yeah, the thieves' cant varies in the region, and it's different for some guild. They have more advanced one, and it's very, very, very different in Sigil. Other realm of existence, basically, they have a specific sign language, and thieves' cant, which is cheaper than usual, and it's absolute. But that's because they're obscure culture.
Can't believe how
Nimbus,
horribly I failed that thing.
I'm curious about something. The blowgun I bought for you, the vicious one.
Yeah.
Is it better than your old one?
Yeah, it's vicious.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same but vicious.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Like it's better.
Yeah, just Nimbles is a little bit using the ammunition. Blowguns are mostly dependent on the ammunition that you put into it, rather than anything. But viciousness adds damage to the crits.
So with the endless quiver, what kind of ammo can Nimbles use with it?
You
Or
can
like,
you can summon
Like really special stuff.
you can summon any ammo that you can bring up to your mind, like bullets, arrows, spears, and they will size up to you or your needs at the moment. They are considered magical, but there is no actual bonus to hit or anything. So attacks with it considered magical as well.
Uh-huh. Like he'd probably be the best off with it, so I'll have to that some other time.
Yeah, you're
If he lives.
If he lives.
Yeah.
If
He'll
not,
be
then I'm
fine.
using it.
It's a quiver of Athona, or what is it
It's
exactly?
an endless quiver.
Endless quiver.
Yeah.
Is that a 5th edition item, or is it a?
It is an item that Giant commissioned for himself. He just wanted big spears. Or anything that he wants to yeet at people would do him a great favor. He wants a rock, he pulls out a rock and it's a magical rock and it will vanish as soon as it hits, like a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wanted something. It's not a quiver of Alona per se, it's just a commissioned item. You can commission magical items to enchant, but they take a long period of time to enchant itself. Because, for example, creating an item of +2 value, it's 10 weeks of enchanting, and then it could be halved if there is additional enchanters working on it, but the price will go quite up. So you can make same item with 5 enchanters 5 times faster.
But it'll be 5+ times more expensive.
About 4 times.
Well,
More
you're not paying
expensive.
for the materials again. You're just paying for the labor.
Well, you give an item, and they provide everything, included into the price, basically.
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to ask Nimbles, what the fuck are ball ticklers?
Oh shit, the Galtonian ball ticklers.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
What? What?
They were given to me. That's
they were Cyrus's
What are
originally.
they?
Galtonian
That's
ball
exactly what it sounds
ticklers is a contraption that lays on top of your hand and sort of goes through your fingers like this.
Uh-huh.
It's a metal contraption, and it's like when you grab someone with your hand, it also pierces them wherever you grab them, and that's why it's
Ow.
called ball ticklers.
Ow.
That
Yes,
doesn't
it's a torture device
I see.
that is designed in Galton, Southhold area. There is also another device that is inspired by this. There is like a stick to which there is like 3 jagged inwards bended spikes that are made for punishing cheater women in that place, beating on their breasts. Very graphic.
Lovely.
Very
Fantastic.
graphic. Yep. Uh, well, and they also cut their noses off. That's a-
Vasectomy, anyone?
And
What?
ears, yes. Galton and Southhold is very, very, very extreme. Their punishments.
But I must say, again, if we find a dwarven thrower, we must buy it.
Why do you want it so much?
Because at level 13, I can use it. And I can attack with it.
At level 13.
Yeah.
That's
Because I as a
Should
thief,
survive the next 2 rounds first.
well, no, well, okay, I don't expect a dwarven thrower in anytime soon because it is like a +3 weapon. But
It could vary, but it might be +1, +2, +3,
What
depending.
level are your animals?
5, like
Oh.
everyone else. No,
We're all 5 now, right?
I'm just saying if we get the opportunity, because
Oh yeah.
as a thief, I can use it even though it's restricted to only dwarves.
Yeah, he will be able to attune to any item that it even has like other class or other requirements that he doesn't fit into. For example, he can attune to a druidic artifact or some shit.
And because it's a thrown weapon, I can get sneak attack with it.
And it's basically a hammer boomerang, like it's a Thor Mjolnir, basically.
Oh,
But
yeah.
That's so
if
cool.
you hit with it, does it come back?
Even if you don't, even if it doesn't.
Appears in your hand after you do your attack.
It's a Thor hammer, just like
Yeah.
whoever is
Or
attuned to
or
it's like
magic.
bang, shoom. Yep.
Does it fly back or does it like disappear and then reappear in your hand?
I think it's left up to whatever you or the DM
It's
wants.
really cosmetic, but it's not gonna hit anything on the back.
It says fly back on the description of it.
Yes. So it's basically a boomerang hammer.
Cool.
It's a smasherang. All right, guys. Let's wind it down. It's past midnight, everyone. Thank you for hanging out, watching our shenanigans. It was a really, really, really slow session. It happened to become a downtime. We need to sort things out.
Yeah.
But we love you, and we'll see you on the next Wednesday. Don't forget to tune in for the... Ty, are you running the Monday stream next week or not?
My computer's not here right now, so it basically depends on that.
So...
It's
Help.
a maybe. The Tuesday stream will definitely be up.
Okay, I hope for that part. We will be seeing some Cyberpunk over there. And of course, Hadirasai on Tuesdays. I believe 8 GMT plus 2, so 6 GMT. I'm not quite
Yes.
sure. But
Yeah.
anyways,
6
tune
p.m.
in.
GMT. Yeah.
Tune in for that one, as I know there might be some new players joining.
Yeah, maybe. I'm looking for one more at the moment.
Okay. So thank you guys for your support. We'll take care.
Bye.
Very much. Bye.
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 Don't kill anyone.
No penibles.
Nice.
It's
Oh
just
my
good life
God.
advice.